Hey guys, just back with another C# tutorial. So this is just the continuation of the last video. So we talked about strings, string concatenation variables. We started out with some variables, so we'll continue on with the lab basically. So we'll make a GUI. So we'll do it in the designer. So we have our form here. So we'll just click some controls to add here. So first we'll have two text boxes. Why is that so tiny? Okay, so we'll just go with that to start. So text box 1, okay, so the size is kind of messed up, but we'll just go with that for now. Okay, no, I didn't want that. Oh, great. Okay, so the event handler's already up for that one, text box 2. So we'll just keep that for now. Last time I deleted it and something happened in the other code file, so we'll just leave that for now. So the size of these is pretty messed up, so we'll try to change the size. So let's make this form a bit smaller here. Okay, I can't do that. Okay, it's going with that. Okay, so let's just go with that here. Can I drag that one over? Okay, there we go. Okay, so we got some here. So now we have, so we'll just click one of the text box 1, text box 2, so we'll click text box 1 and then we'll change the size, which might be scaled out to the font size. So let's go with changing the font size, so we'll just change that first. Okay, so yeah, we can change the size with the font of the box, the text box. Okay, where did it go? $36. Alright, so that's fine. Okay, so we'll now add okay, so we got 4 labels. Okay, 4 labels here. Quite a few. So we'll go with the first one. We'll just kind of set them around where we want them first. So we'll go with the next one down here. Oh great, okay. So then we'll go with another 2 labels. And another one. What is that? Label 4? Why is that so tiny? click something by accident? Probably, okay. So we got label 1. I don't know why this thing keeps moving over to the side. Okay, label 1, label 2, label 3, and label 4. Then we need to, actually let's probably change the size of those. We'll just leave all the names what they are for now. Okay, so label 1 will change the size. Front end programming, which is basically like for the display stuff, it's kind of repetitive, like because you may have several buttons that do the same thing, or like if you set up a form for someone to fill, like a login form or a sign up page, you'll have box after box after box with like name, address, birth date, whatever, sex, like male or female, that kind of thing, age and all that. So it's a bunch of information. You may have like some other, if it's like a medical form, you may have tons of boxes. So it's, if you're setting up stuff like that for people's apps or forms, it's quite repetitive. But it's still okay, I guess. It's just part of the job. So backend's kind of repetitive. It can be. But anyways, we'll talk about that stuff later. So we have here label 1. So we'll just change the font. We'll change the font size again to something, we say 36. Okay, that's not scaled up properly. Auto size true. There we go. Turn auto size on to true. Then we'll change the font size to 36. Font. I'd rather just code these, to be honest. Finding this thing in this small text, it's kind of annoying. I'd rather just code them out. But that's okay. So we'll be getting into coding them out later on, so don't worry about that. So here we'll just go with, it's pretty simple. Like, it's almost like you're using Microsoft Word for the drag and drop, with some extra properties and stuff. But for the coding, obviously it's more complex, but at least it's easy to use. This C#'s easier than Android, I believe. It's pretty easy. You don't need to, like, because Android has XML, which is, it uses another language completely just to do the front end, and then it combines that with the Java or the Kotlin, which is basically, I believe, Swift does that too, or they use Objective-C to do that, but you can use XML, you can use CSS, Cascade style sheets. For React Native, I think you can use either or XML or CSS. We'll be doing all that stuff later, don't worry. But yeah, for C#, I believe it's just all one thing. All done in C#, so you don't need an extra language like that. I think the XML and the CSS is cool because if you get bored of doing one thing, you can just kind of go to the other one for a bit and come back. But it's also nice to have everything done with one simple language too. If the programmer doesn't know XML or CSS, then you have to hire someone else or learn it, which is complicated. So I guess Microsoft made it kind of simple, which can be good. Okay, so we have font here, just change the last one. Hopefully you guys are following along. I've just done the same thing every time, so I've turned auto size on to true here, and then I've changed the size to 36. Then I've made these text box sizes both 36. Then we'll just have two buttons down here as well. So I'll click one button, then I'll click the screen, move it down here. It doesn't show you a center line. Okay, so we'll just go with something like that. Button 1 and button 2. I think one button size is off, that's okay. We'll just, okay, let me try that. That's fine. When you code it, it's easier to put the actual dimension on the, like the coordinates and all that at the exact places that you want. It's a bit easier. Okay, so that should be all. We'll just change this button 1 text to concatenate. Okay, and then this one will have, we'll have exit. The button 2 will change the text to exit. Or close, whatever you want. Text size itself could be changed here, so we'll just go to font. Will be, yeah, too much. Okay, so we'll go with maybe 18. No, too much still. 16. Okay, there we go. So we'll go with 16 on that one. Whoops. Then we'll go with, keeps moving that thing over to the side. So we'll go with, where is the text? No, font. We'll go in with font to 18. Close. Okay, good. That's good. So we'll go on to the next part. So just to clarify, this is button 1, button 2, label 1, label 2, label 3, label 4. So it's all going down, and if it's the second one, then it's to the right. Or if it's out of the order, then it's going to right. So label 1, label 2, label 3. So the fourth one's label 4 to the right. It's either down or to the right. So it's increasing downwards or to the right. So we'll remember that, and then we'll go on to the event handlers now. Alright, so in the code we have our using directives. We have our namespace, Windows Forms app 4, public partial class, form 1 inherits from form, public form, which is a constructor. This method, which we'll be learning about later on. Then we have some of the event handlers. So first we'll have to, so for the show name button, we'll have to define that one first. The show name basically is this one, concatenate. So we'll click that. Sorry, didn't mean to confuse anyone. If they're wondering where show name is, I'm just reading from my notes. I have it as show name, so I'm just changing it around. So here we have basically just button 1, which is show name. So I'll just put that here. Or just go with display name. The display name button, which is our button 1. We're going to define or declare a string. We'll just go with name str. So there we go, we got a local, so this is a local variable. Local string variable. It's local because it's within a local method, so it's within a method. It's not a global variable. They might call those fields in C. So a global variable is accessible to all methods. In this case, they call it a scope. Like you can think of looking through a scope. So name string scope. If you're looking through name string scope, its scope is where it's defined. So in this case, it's defined in button1 underscore click, which is a method, which is an event handler method, which is private. We could probably tag on private to this as well, but we'll probably just leave that for now, just as string name str. Don't worry, we'll go over those private, public, and protected, and whatever else later on. So string here, name str. It's a local string variable which it can only be accessed and used by this method. It can't be accessed from this method. It can't be accessed from button2 underscore click because it's not defined there and it's not a global field. So we'll continue on with that later on. So we're going to have to basically click on everything. Let's just click on, maybe not everything, but okay, let's just click on everything. Label 1. We're not going to use everything, so we'll just do that though. Label 3, label 4. It's going to be out of order now. That's okay. So we got text box 1, text box 2. So this is generating the event handlers by clicking. We'll code them out later on. So where were we? Okay, so we got a string here somewhere. Okay, so button1.click. I may have done that wrong because I wanted to define that first. Basically, we're going to say, okay, well, here we'll have okay, so then we'll say name str points to what do we call this? Text box 1. Okay, so text box 1. Where are we at here? Okay, so text box 1. Is it capital? Don't tell me it's capital. I think it is. Nope. They camel case those. Okay, so they Microsoft camel case those. Okay, so we have text box 1, which didn't display anything. What happened to my keyboard? I think I locked my keyboard by accident. What did I click? It's not letting me type. Apologize for that. I think I hit summon on my keyboard, some shortcut by accident, and it locked up my keys. That's not helpful at all. Okay, can I get out of here? Okay, no I can't. Well, this video hopefully doesn't stop. Okay, it's just in this app, in this program, which is, okay, there we go. I'm not sure what happened there. Okay, apologize for that. So we have name str points to text box 1 dot text plus text box 2 dot text. So we're doing a concatenation here. We're taking the text from text box 1. We're calling the dot text property. We're concatenating it with the plus sign to text box 2 dot text, and then don't forget the semicolon. We'll put a space in there actually too. So we do that with a set of empty quotes with another plus sign. Then we'll set label 4 to the name. So here we'll have label 4 dot text points to name str. Right, so you guys understand what's happening here. We have string name str, we're declaring it. Here we're initializing. To a concatenation of text box 1 and text box 2. The string stored in text box 1 and text box 2. Then here we're taking label 4's dot text and we're pointing it to name str. I don't think we need most of these. Button 1, button 2 will be their exit. We do that with this, just this dot close. This closes the form / window. Let's just say the form window. So it closes the form window. That should be all. We should just set the text boxes here, the labels actually. We'll just set some text properties here. So label 1 will just say enter your name, enter first name. Label 2 will set the text to enter last name. Label 3 will have so the show, no, do we have another label here? Okay, so this is, whoops. So we'll go with full name. Label 4 should just be, I think it should just be empty at this point. Alright, so that should be pretty much it. So just to summarize, we declared a string variable named name str, or name string basically for short. So then we assign the result of a string concatenation to the full name, or the, what do we say it was? Name str variable. Not full name, so name str, and then the string that is assigned to the variable begins with the value of the first name text box, which is our text box 1 controls text property, concatenated to a space, and then concatenated to the text box 2's text controls text property. So for example, blueberries would be concatenated to blueberries. So then let's just, let me just run it. I don't think you'll be able to see this. I'll try to include it at the end. So we'll just have, so save it first. It may not run if you don't save it. Then run it. So in the top right corner there's a run button. I wonder what the debugger looks like. We could try that out at some point. Okay, did that load? Build failed. The designer is pretty prone to errors, I noticed. The designer drag and drop. Especially if you don't put them in the right order and all that. If you click them by accident, it gets all messed up. Form 1. Label 4.click, okay. To do this, I'd probably have to go in, so I'll click the form1.cs tab, then click the form1designer.cs tab. There should be some errors here, so we'll be getting into all this later on, don't worry. Which really isn't that complicated. The first part, we might have to talk about all that. After that, it's just setting stuff, creating some objects, easy stuff. So there should be an error here somewhere because we click something first. If there's not, okay, there is not. Form1.cs. Where's the error here? Oh, there's two. Okay, here we go. There's. Oh wow. Okay, it did the same event handler twice. Hopefully, just a delete will fix this. Doesn't look like it's actually deleting here. Cut. There we go. Okay. Run. We'll just run that. See what happens. One more. Okay. Textbox1 underscore text changed. Textbox1. This one. Hopefully that works. Something might have been glitched out when I clicked. That's what happens with the designer. You click something wrong, the whole IDE gets all confused. So I'll try that. Hopefully it works. Okay, so it did work. So I'll just you can't see this. I'll do this at the end. So I'll just see hopefully that it works. Whoops, something happened. Okay, apologize. Let's see here. Form 1. Why is it text change? Why is it form 1 as well? Okay, no, text box 2. Okay, label 2, button 2, button 1, label, click, text box. Text box. Yeah, I think there's a mistake here. Text box 2 dot. No, we don't really want these in here. Okay, so let's just try to delete these actually. Cut these. Cut this. Button 2, button 1. cut this, cut this. So we'll cut these and then we'll try that. Let me move this back up. Move this. Okay, let's just see how this does. So we'll save it. We'll save all. Then we'll run it again. So hopefully it works. No. Okay, there's massive. Okay, this is gonna be in. I think this is gonna be in the designer now. There's gonna be a bunch of stuff that's missing. Here we go. So delete these with the red lines. This dot textbox 1 underscore text change. So we'll just delete those. The ones with the red lines. Hopefully this fixes it. We'll get into this file later on. Don't worry about that. We'll get into this file coming in the next little bit. We're going to talk about other stuff first, then we'll get back into this stuff later on. Then you'll be a master at C#. Alright, so let's just save that. Now we'll try that again. Hopefully this works now. No, blue, hit enter. You can't see this, okay, don't worry about that. Alright, it worked. Okay, so you're gonna see a text box pop up. Hopefully at the end. I'm gonna join the videos together, compile them into one video, so you guys will be able to see. I'm not an editing expert, not a YouTube master, but I'll try to do my best. So we'll have two. So basically you're gonna see this form pop up. Click the text box, enter your first name, hit enter, then click the second text box, enter your last name, hit enter, then click the concatenate button. Then it should pop up right here what your name is, concatenated with a space. Then click the close button to close, or you can click those options at the top. Alright, so thanks for watching, guys. Apologize for the mix-up here. That can happen with a drag and drop. So we are getting into more coding going forward. As you can see, we did some stuff here. So we declared a local, so event handlers, we didn't code those, but we declared a local string variable. Then we initialized it by pointing it to the text box 1.text, concatenating it with an empty string. Then concatenating that to text box 2.text. So then we took label 4.text, we pointed it to name str, which set the label to the concatenated string. So thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next tutorial. If you guys like the video, you can like and subscribe to the channel. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.